STN Sports is the only sports betting app you need this season. STN Sports has it all. In-play betting, mobile parlay cards, the Play Plus card to fund and withdraw from anywhere in Nevada, and a $50 new sign-up bonus. STN Sports even lets you earn rewards for every bet. Safe and easy betting from your phone or tablet. Go to stationcasinosports.com or sign up at any Station Casino or Wildfire. Details available at all sports books.
The Race Day Las Vegas show heard mornings Pacific Time, Wednesday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m., Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Sports Talk, 1400 a.m., streaming and archived on racedaylasvegas.com and on the KSHP phone app. You can reach us at the website, on Twitter at RacedayLVRalph, or RacedayLasVegas at Cox.net. Have a great race day.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the Sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Celebrating over 2 decades of consecutive broadcasts on the great game of horse racing in Las Vegas, the Race Day Las Vegas show thanks all of our listeners and sponsors for your appreciated support.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Sirocco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Sirocco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program on this almost Friday, Thursday, Race Day Las Vegas radio program. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our studio station, our home base, Sports Talk, 1400 AM, where it's overcast, and it's 93 degrees. Make it 91. 91 right now. But it is overcast today, and we may get that kind of like monsoon type of weather today. But outside of that, it's hot. It's going to be 91 now, and we're going to top out at 113 degrees today. So you know the deal when we tell you here, if you're listening, where we emanate and originate all these shows from the studios over the Race Day Las Vegas airwaves and the studios of Sports Talk 1400 AM in Las Vegas. That stay hydrated. The number one thing, stay hydrated. And stay out of the heat as much as you can with the pets and the kids, and check on the senior citizens and folks who have, problem with excessive heat, because it's going to be hot today here in Las Vegas. And that's how we start the almost Friday, Thursday race day show. And it's otherwise it's beautiful and clear as far as any type of rain or winds or anything like that. Matter of fact, up and down the Pacific coast, the entire Southwest is pretty good shape today. And we welcome all of our listeners, if you happen to be listening in the Southwest or anywhere else in the world, through our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. And, of course, your devices, your smartphones, your iPhones, Androids, with the phone apps that you can get at the KSHP radio station phone app. You can get at your phone app stores for your devices, so you can hear us now streaming. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting, we're there. Just, type us in. Your podcasting will get us there. Across the nation, as I say, Southwest, great. Midwest, great. A lot of action going on in the Gulf Coast along the Texas shoreline and Louisiana. Then you got a whole bunch of weather going on right in the Mid-Atlantic area, and a whole bunch of weather up in the Northeast, making its way across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, etc., and up in the Great Lakes area, the east part of the Great Lakes area. And with Woodbine going on today, just north of that border, we'll wait and see how the weather will be there. Tommy Massis will be along with us a little bit later. Rich Eng has his SIMO sheet, so we're going to chat a little bit with Rich as we make our way through the transition of Southern California racing. And, of course, that Southern California racing includes the closing of the end of the meet at Los Alamitos. Now we're kind of rebooting and reloading the old bankroll for the opening of Del Mar that happens 1 week from tomorrow. 1 week from tomorrow. This weekend, though, however, we got some nice races. Today, for example, Delaware Park will host the Sussex Stakes at 7.5 furlongs on the turf for Delaware Park today. And then, of course, on tomorrow, tomorrow, I take that back, Saturday. Saturday will be all of those big races, 3 big races at Belmont Park. The Victory Ride, a Grade 3, and the 2 Grade 1 turf races, the Belmont Oaks Invitational and the Belmont Derby Invitational. Now, for a moment or two, it looked like Rambauer might go in the Belmont Derby because they want to get that horse back on the grass, him back on the lawn. But he didn't make it. So we're going to give you the fields of both the Belmont Oaks and the Belmont Derby in just a moment or two. But looking at some news, and the news is all about, legalese type stuff. The attorneys representing Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert, his ongoing legal battles, especially with the New York Racing Association, they filed a 44-page memorandum on Tuesday. And that memorandum, of course, is bolstering Bob Baffert's argument for a judge to remove the temporary ban issued by the Racing Association there in New York. Because right now he's blocked from getting stalls or entering horses at Belmont Park, which is the final week of racing there, and then Saratoga is going to start next week, or Aqueduct if it goes that far. And, of course, the ban was in response to the positive test of the Kentucky Derby winner, or the Kentucky Derby first-place finisher, Medina Spirit, and that goes on and on. And the entire issuing of the 44-page memorandum came down to where, simply put and quoted by the memorandum, nowhere in NYRA's response is there any contention that Baffert has violated any New York statute or racing rule. In fact, the opposite is true, the memorandum states. Despite his distinguished New York racing career, without even a hint of wrongdoing, the NYRA believes it has free rein to unilaterally void his constitutional protected property rights and ban him from all activity in New York without notice for an indefinite period of time based solely on unproven allegations of minor infraction in another jurisdiction. All right, so they believe that what Kentucky did as far as with the positive test is a minor infraction. So this is a rippling effect. It'll just keep going and going and going. And you look at the NYRA, which is the racing New York Racing Association. It's not the government regulating body of over horse racing, but it's the Association of the Racetracks that have banned them. But you look back now at the Stronach tracks, if you remember, banning Jerry Hollendorfer. The California Horse Racing Board didn't ban Jerry Hollendorfer, but the people that own the racetrack did. And that's been, a couple of years? You know, Hollendorfer's running, he ran a couple of horses, I think, at Los Alamitos. So I don't know how much water this is going to hold. But in any case, this is another chapter in the ongoing saga of Medina Spirit's positive test in the Kentucky Derby. Also, the New York Gaming Commission. This is the New York State Gaming Commission. This is the one that oversees the racetrack. NYRA is the Association of Racetracks. The New York State Gaming Commission is the commission that gives them the right to run races, etc. This is the government entity, the New York State Gaming Commission. They have submitted legal filings arguing that a 3-year suspension recently handed out to trainer Linda Rice should not be stayed by a court because the penalty would be affirmed by a court and is not arbitrarily and capriciously according to the files. So the Gaming Commission is seeking a dismissal of Linda Rice's stay of suspension that they gave her for her situation there. And it goes on and on and on. Guess the best thing to do is being a lawyer in horse racing these days. No doubt about it. Okay? All right, like I said, the weather is pretty good across the country. Now listen, we had some great racing last night, yesterday really, at Indiana Downs. Okay, they had several stakes races. And quite a few of the bigger jockeys that you would know were racing there. Deshaun Parker, who is racing steady there, he won 2 races. Florent Garreau won a race. Flavien Prat won a race. And Umberto Rispoli won 3 at Indiana Downs. At Indiana Downs yesterday. All right, so here's the deal. They came down to, of course, Indiana Grand Racecourse. Guess they used to call it Indiana Downs. In any case, the 2 big races of the evening among the stakes races, and there were quite a few, was the Grade 3 Indiana Oaks. That was the 11th race on the card, and I got to tell you, if you saw this race and you bet the horse that Flavien Prat was riding, Soothsay, you would have torn up your tickets and went to the bar 3 jumps out of the starting gate. Okay? Because Soothsay, by the way, was Dick Mandella's entrant there. That's why Pratt went out to ride it. Missed the jump, they said. The track announcer said missed the jump out of the starting gate and was hopelessly last. I mean, spotting the field anywhere from 5 to 10 lengths in the Grade 3 Indiana Oaks yesterday. Well, she kept to her task. Pratt didn't panic, and she started picking up lengths on the field, and she started rolling around the far turn. And she got to the head of the stretch, and she was about 5th or 6th at the head of the stretch, but made contact again with the mid-pack of the field. In the meantime, this 40-1 shot, Moon Swag, had taken the lead with Deshaun Parker. Umberto Rispoli had Lady Aces in high gear, and these 2 were battling. And Soothsay just kept coming and coming and coming. And in the shadow of the wire, she got up to win, and even the track announcer dropped his jaw, saying, how? He said it in his call at the end. Soothsay gets up. How did she do it? Richard Mandella's trained, Flavien Prat ridden Soothsay wins the Indiana Oaks in an outstanding performance. I mean, a jaw-dropping performance. She just got left at the gate, something terrible. $8 even for the win there. Moon Swag, the big long shot, ran second. Held off Lady Aces, who finished third. But what a race. What a race for this 2-year-old filly. Amazing, amazing stuff. And then the Indiana Derby. The $300,000 Indiana Derby, a Grade 3, followed that. That was the 12th race on the card. Big favorite there at 1-5 going into the starting gate was Folsom. Florent Garreau riding. Folsom. And the third choice in the race, Mr. Wireless, went right for the lead from the start. Now, they had a drawing out there at Indiana Grand yesterday. 5 people were drawn to make a $1,000 wager on any horse in the Indiana Derby. 4 of the 5 people picked the 1-5 favorite Folsom, with the old saying, I'd rather cash a short price than have a long face. Only one other person picked Mr. Wireless. Well, Mr. Wireless went right out there on the lead, and then they turned for home, and Folsom, who was, lagging behind, and then got caught between horses, but had full clearance by the time they hit the head of the stretch, wasn't firing like Soothsay was, and Mr. Wireless kept plodding along. Sermon on the Mount was running in second, trying to run him down, and Folsom was rolling on the outside, but way too late. Never a threat at 2-5 when they opened the starting gate. Folsom at 2-5, never a threat. And that one person that picked Mr. Wireless not only won $1,000 from the drawing, but Ramon Vasquez won the Indiana Derby aboard Mr. Wireless. Trained by Brett Calhoun, Mr. Wireless paid $9.80 as the third choice in the race. Sermon on the Mount finished second. And Folsom won a desperate photo finish to save the bridge jumpers and finished third in the Indiana Derby yesterday. A lot of good stuff happened there at Indiana Grand yesterday. It was a fun day of watching the races at Indiana Grand. I hope the folks out there beyond Las Vegas, Nevada, participated in those races yesterday. Of course, we are at an impasse with them, so we couldn't play those races. And so we go. All right, now back here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You know that we're wide open now. The entire town is wide open. Full stadiums. The big concert at the Allegiant Stadium the other night, full stadium. The hotels are full, etc., etc. So we expected, in addition to the new variant out there, the Delta variant in the coronavirus, to get a little peak in the positives, and we have. So overnight on Wednesday, we had 453 new positives in the entire state. That's not bad. We can handle that. That's not bad because, remember, the entire town is now open. The infection rate for the state of Nevada, 7.9%. Clark County had 347 of the 453 positives yesterday. And our infection rate here in Clark County, remember, this is where the mass is at, the Las Vegas Strip, Las Vegas proper, North Las Vegas, Henderson, etc. This is where most of the people are in this state. The infection rate in Clark County is 8.7%. Now, we don't want to get it inching higher, but we do have to understand that it's going to fluctuate because the town is now wide open. And it's simply put, they say that most of the people that are coming in that are testing positive are people who have not been vaccinated. So you're a horse handicapper. You figure it out. Look at the past performances. Look at the data. If you haven't been inoculated yet, just get your shots. Okay? Get vaccinated. All right. We're going to look ahead at the weekend coming up. After the break, I'm going to go over the Belmont Derby and Belmont Oaks Fields for you. Boy, the Belmont Derby, $1 million. Woof. Belmont Oaks, $700,000. We'll take a look at those fields, and then we have Tommy Massis from Woodbine. Rich Ang with his simulcast sheet. So we got a lot to do. And we got your menu, too. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
STN Sports is the only sports betting app you need this season. STN Sports has it all. In-play betting, mobile parlay cards, the Play Plus card to fund and withdraw from anywhere in Nevada, and a $50 new sign-up bonus. STN Sports even lets you earn rewards for every bet. Safe and easy betting from your phone or tablet. Go to StationCasinoSports.com or sign up at any Station Casino or Wildfire. Details available at all sportsbooks.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Formulator from DRF.com is the exclusive past performance content provider for the Race Day Las Vegas show.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Almost Friday, Thursday, Race Day Las Vegas show. All right, two big races coming up this weekend on Saturday at Belmont Park with big purses up there, that's for sure. And this is the Belmont Oaks Invitational and the Belmont Derby Invitational, long races, a mile and a quarter on the turf courses. Gives us a little bit of an in-look in some of the 3-year-olds from over the pond that might be coming over for Breeders' Cup later on. And so you got in the Belmont Oaks, you've got Aidan O'Brien bringing over a horse. And so here's the field of 8 in the Belmont Oaks. Number 1 is Con Lima, Flavian Pratt riding for Todd Pletcher. Ooh, what a connection there, huh? Number 2 is Serona, a British bred, Jose Lescano for Christophe Furland. Number 3 is Higher Truth, an Irish bred, Jose Ortiz riding for Chad Brown. The 4 is Spanish Love Affair, Tyler Gaffleone for Mark Cassie. The 5 is a horse called Santa Barbara, an Irish bred, Ryan Moore riding for Aidan O'Brien. Santa Barbara comes over for the Oaks here on Saturday. The 6 is Nazuna, an Irish bred, John Velasquez riding for Roger Varian. The 7 is Plum Ali, Joel Rosario for Christophe Clement. And the 8 is Gam's Mission, Adam Basisha for Sherry DeVoe. And that's the field for the Belmont Oaks, an interesting field going a mile and a quarter on the main. Now we get to the Belmont Derby, a $1 million race at a mile and a quarter for the 3-year-olds. And this has a field of 9. Number 1 is Palazzi, Tyler Gaffleone for Mark Cassie. The 2 is Bolshoi Ballet, Irish bred, Ryan Moore for Aidan O'Brien, so he sends out this one for that. The 3 is Safe Conduct, Jose Lescano for Philip Serpi. The 4, Sainthood, Joel Rosario for Todd Pletcher. The 5 is Du Jour, probably be the favorite in this race, Du Jour, Flavian Pratt riding for Bill Mott. So Pratt is, getting in on some of the stables back there, and the good ones, too, riding for Mott and Pletcher on Saturday. The 6 is Hard Love, Manuel Franco for Jonathan Thomas. The 7 is Tokyo Gold, a French-bred, John Velasquez for Shinya Kobayashi. The 8 is Celeste, that's Julien Leperoux for Rusty Arnold. And the 9 is Hidden Enemy, Irish bred, Luis Saez riding for Steve Asmussen. So these are really kind of eclectic, fun fields in those two big races on the weekend at Belmont. And, of course, on Saturday, Woodbine has a couple of nice races, the Fury Stakes and the Celine, which is a Grade 3. And we're going to bring in now Tommy Massis standing by at Woodbine. Tommy, I looked at the weather map, and it looked like there was some kind of weather coming through the Great Lakes area and right up where you guys are at. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ralph. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I got the long johns out.
Oh, okay. All right. So is it raining there?
Yeah, it looks like it's 60 and raining. Been raining all morning. Looks like it's going to be in the mid-60s and raining and drizzling all day.
Mm-hmm.
The lone turf race is off the turf now, so I guess that was a no-brainer.
Yeah. But you got that all-weather track, so you're going to be in good shape today. 8 races.
Oh, yeah, other than I'll be cold and shaking and whimpering, but the horses and track will be fine.
Well, you be cold and shaking and whimpering. As long as you get a winner, you can get up to the bar and have a little hot toddy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that usually warms you up and puts a spring in your step, that's for sure.
Now, today at Woodbine, you got a pick 6 jackpot carryover of $58,797. You got a super high 5 jackpot carryover of $67,851. And that comes.
I got it a bit higher than that, and I'll double check.
Okay, well that's all right if they can make more money.
Yeah, I got them at approximately $84K for the high 5 and $73K for the pick 6, and that is confirmed.
Oh, okay. Well then, obviously Equibase hasn't updated their carryover for you yet, but that's okay. Money's out there and good carryover money, that's for sure. And I don't think people would complain with either figure if they can hit it.
Yeah, I'll take 10 points of that.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's right. Tommy, now, we've been racing there, almost a month now, maybe 3-4 weeks. Have you seen anything on the track that people should know, any biases or anything like that?
No, not really. With the 2 turf courses and not having too many races on each course on the turf each day, it's hard to put, something, together as in bias form, and especially, they on the outer turf course, they went from the 1 path, the 2 path, the 5 path, and that all changes, and there's not really enough data for that. And one thing I would, tell everyone that on the synthetic track, there's a site, a Twitter, it's called Woodbine Track Updates. So
all right, so they go to Twitter and they punch in Woodbine Track Updates?
At WTB Track Ops, OPS Ops. And they haven't done it for today, but they usually tell you the going stick that you can figure out the firmness on the turf. But more importantly, like on July 4th, they'll say the Tapeta was Gallop Mastered at 1.5 after training and will be Gallop Mastered after races 3 and 6. So,
all right.
After 3 and 6.
All right, wait a minute. Tommy, you got to back up a minute now because you're talking some terms that I think the listeners have to explain. First of all, when they go to Twitter, what do they type in?
Okay, it's at WTB Track Ops.
WTB Track Ops, OPS or OPPS?
Yeah. No, 1P.
1P, OPS. Okay, now that's where they go to Twitter. Now you're telling us what they're doing to the racetrack. I'm assuming that that particular word you use is the grading of the racetrack?
Yeah, so, just to put it out there the right way, I don't even know what they're doing and what it means, but you can bet that if it says they're doing it after race 3 and 6,
it's probably grooming the track, right? Renovating the track.
Yeah, you can expect something different. It might not be different, but so I kind of just put these biases on the synthetic out of my mind.
What is the word they use?
Gallop Mastered.
Gallop Mastered. So they're Gallop mastering the track after those races. We'll assume that it's dragging the tractors across with the graders. We'll assume that.
And then, like, once or twice a year, you'll see they're going to add this oil on it or do some other stuff. So,
right. Some people think that when they put in synthetic racetracks at these racetracks around the country, that it was like maintenance-free. It isn't. They have to still condition those racetracks to stay the way they are, but they work on on days with rain, etc., which is happening today. So that's good stuff. Now, when the synthetic track gets a lot of rain, we know that it's safe for the horses, but like a lot of racetracks, when it gets muddy, they seal the track, and then the speed is more predominant than usual, etc. Is there anything when the rain hits the synthetic track outside of being safe for the horses that produces some sort of a bias, or is it really that fair all the way through?
What I use as to gauge it is I'll go on Equibase and pull up the works from this morning.
Yeah.
And if the works are all like for 4 furlongs 46, real fast works.
Yeah.
It kind of tells me the track's going to be is going to be glib and playing speed and fast.
Uh-huh.
And if all the works are slow, it's not a science, but data I put into the equation.
It is information. More information is better than less information. You can decipher it any way you want, right?
Exactly. Decide, this is important to you, or things that that a lot of people use that I don't use. I just call it clutter and throw it in the closet.
All right. Now this weekend you got a grade 3, the Celine, coming up on. Did I pronounce that right, Celine?
Yes, sir.
Coming up on Saturday, one of 2 stakes races. This one for 3-year-old fillies. It's a grade 3 going 1.16 miles, and a field of 7 in there. And it looks like a pretty decent field of 3-year-old fillies. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not up on the 3-year-old fillies, just to be honest with you. So I haven't looked at that.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I know some of the. I'm more keyed in on the plate and excited to see a horse called Wayburn come up here. A horse I ran second to Mandaloon.
Yeah, no kidding. What's he heading for?
Well, he's a Canadian bred owned by local people, and he's going to be he's right now. If the Queen's Plate was this week, he'd be 3 to 5.
Yeah, no kidding. Of course, we had a 2 to 5 shot, a 1 to 5 actually going into the starting gate yesterday at Indiana Grand that barely got third and saved the bridge jumpers in the Indiana Derby with Folsom.
Yeah, well, Wayburn might be the same thing because he's never run on the synthetic. I'm sure he's bred for it, but he's never run on it yet. But he seems to be the real deal. He won the Gotham in New York, and then really didn't give it up. Come fourth in the Wood Memorial.
Yeah,
probably was arguably first or second best in there, and then he ran a hell of a race against Mandaloon.
Yes, he sure did, and he's heading up to Canada for Woodbine. Well, we got some races today. First of all, do you know who's hot and who's not as far as jocks and trainers?
Well, I know. Well, the hottest trainer at Woodbine by far is Billy Theranos.
Really? Wow.
He's on fire. I guess he's one of the hardest working men in show business. Never takes a break. Goes from Woodbine to Gulfstream to Woodbine to Gulfstream. He's always going. So I guess getting his horses ready in Florida this year, whatever he's done, they're firing. Boom, boom, boom.
His horses are, as they say in the business, fit. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's he's not one of these big stables and that, so it's a good guy to keep an eye on, right?
Right, get a little bit of a price there. What about the jocks?
Oh, Emma Wilson is on fire. Keve Nichols is doing well.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys are all, they're all picking up. You could see where they're just hitting their stride. Rafael Hernandez.
All right.
Justin
So in other words,
Stein.
nobody's cornering the market right now except for Emma Jane Wilson, right?
Yeah, Emma Jane Wilson's absolutely in the zone and on fire.
All right. Well, my man, you gave us a winner last week. Got off the schneid. Let's keep it going.
All right, I'm going to look at 2 horses today. My best bet of the day is in the 4th race, number 1, Sea Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Sea Lily's got a race where it looks like it's set up with a bunch of speed for her. She got a real bad start last time and had a couple bad starts in the past, but hopefully with the blinkers, I think she's got the blinkers on today and get her to focus a bit better in the gate. So that's my best bet of the day. And in the last race, race 8, number 6, I'm Not Perfect is worth a shot. Kind of got into a trouble last time, weaving all over the place. And, that's more of a horse to throw into the exotics. And
so, Tommy, let me ask you, is that Emil Ramsamy that's riding that horse?
Unbelievable, eh? He's
Wow.
like the Energizer. Yeah, you remember him when he came out to California?
Sure.
What was that, 30 years ago?
I mean, what is this? This guy, he's riding horses and collecting Social Security?
Yeah, basically, yeah. He's been around, and he just like when you think he's done, he comes back. He just loves it, I guess. I know he, shows up in the morning, works.
Yeah.
He'll go to Fort Erie to ride.
Wow.
And hey, why not?
Well, if you can still do it, yeah, absolutely, that's for sure. So in the 8th race at 20 to 1, you're going to give me another long shot that we're going to try to get home. Emil Ramsamy riding I'm Not Perfect, the 6th horse in the 8th. Your best bet, however, 4th race, number 1, Sea Lily, and I assume that's Patrick Husbands.
Yes, sir.
Now, how many? I mean, I see there's like 3 different husbands riding at that track, are there not?
Yeah, Patrick and SP, who is Simon Husbands, are brothers.
And the C.
And then there's Christopher, who's a nephew or a cousin. There's another one. Like
the whole darn Husbands family, huh?
Yeah, Canada's a great country.
I guess it is, my man. That's for sure. Hey,
Ralph, before we go, can I just tell a quick Harvey Pack story? The first time I saw Harvey Pack.
Absolutely. Harvey Pack, by the way, folks, in case you missed yesterday's show, bring a note from your mom next time. But Harvey Pack passed away, Pack at the track, and one of his most famous lines, there ain't a man alive that can pay the rent at 3 to 5.
That's for sure.
Go ahead.
So I'm hanging around in a pool hall, and we get a satellite dish, and when we were bored, we'd watch replays. They have the replay shows on, and we put $1 each, pick a number out of a hat.
Sure.
And so there at 5:30 or 6 p.m., here's the Naira replay show. Never seen it before. And here's this guy, Harvey Pack, and we're saying, okay, stop with the talking, show the rest of the replays. Well, he has this guy on there who's telling the green sheet or something, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's interviewing the guy, getting a little bio on the guy, and then Harvey says, so, you like anything tomorrow? And the guy goes, I haven't looked. And Harvey goes, $1.25, and you haven't looked.
Of course, he's referring to the price of the racing form at that time.
Yeah, or the sheet he had, or whatever the amount was, right? The cheat sheet the guy was selling, right?
That's
and I go, this guy's the greatest, and I fell in love. Love at first sight with Harvey Pack.
Harvey Pack was the original broadcaster sitting in the seat of the $2 bettor, and everybody loved him for it, that's for sure. He was the man of his time, and certainly, in the cutting edge of simulcasting and hosting and all that stuff there. So we'll always remember everybody in racing that knows anything knows something about Harvey Pack and has a Harvey Pack story. Hey, thanks a lot, Tommy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, for sure.
All right, you got it, my man.
Thanks, Ralph.
Stay dry. All right, now we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, I'm going to bring in Rich Ang, and we'll do a little bit of we need some more horses from Richie because he's got a simulcast sheet today. Oh, by the way, I got to get you the menu. Didn't do that. We'll have to do that. We'll do the menu right after this, and then we'll get some more winners from Richie, so don't go away.
STN Sports is the only sports betting app you need this season. STN Sports has it all. In-play betting, mobile parlay cards, the Play Plus card to fund and withdraw from anywhere in Nevada, and a $50 new sign-up bonus. STN Sports even lets you earn rewards for every bet. Safe and easy betting from your phone or tablet. Go to StationCasinoSports.com or sign up at any Station Casino or Wildfire. Details available at all sportsbooks.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the Sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Let's get right to the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook. Simulcast centers and racetracks around the country. First post times on this menu each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone because that's where we're at here in Las Vegas, where we emanate and originate all this stuff. So these will be the first post times that roll out in our racebooks today. We are in the Pacific time zone. If you're listening anyhow, anywhere else, however you hear us, websites, podcasting, phone app, streaming, no matter how. We're in the Pacific time zone. First post times are Pacific. Adjust if you are not in the Pacific time zone. Don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? We begin with Delaware Park. Delaware Park has 8 races today. Their first post time is 10:15 at Delaware Park today. Next comes Woodbine. You just heard Tommy and all the good stuff that's happening at Woodbine, and the Pick 6 jackpot and Super High 5 jackpot carryovers, big carryovers there. 8 races, first post time 10:20. Canterbury Park is next. Canterbury Park has a first post time of 3:10, so you got a big break there between those post times and the late post times. Canterbury Park 3:10 for their 9-race card. Following Canterbury Park, you got Evangeline Downs. Evangeline Downs has 8 races there. First post time is 3:50. Charlestown comes in at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Pick 6 jackpot carryover there, $8,640. 8 races, first post time 4 p.m. Lone Star Park is next. Wow, they got 11 races at Lone Star today. Wow. Lone Star Park's Pick 6 jackpot carryover is $46,545. 11 races, full fields too. First post time 4:35. And then we go way up in the Great Northwest at Emerald Downs. Emerald Downs has a 8-race card today, and Emerald Downs' first post time with a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $10,101. 8 races, first post time 6 p.m. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the menu of racetracks available today in your racebooks, simulcast centers, and racetracks around the country. Now we're going to go to, let's see, is this Rich Eng?
Jerry J. here, Ralph.
Well, hold on, Jerry. I didn't think you'd be with us today. There's no Belmont, but we'll get something out of you. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie.
Now, before we get started, Richie, you cut your teeth in New York, etc., and I'll bet you have a Harvey Pack story.
I worked with Harvey Pack twice in my horse racing career, Ralph. When I started out in New York, Harvey was doing the replay show on Sports Channel, and even before that, Ralph, when I was in high school, Harvey was on WNBC AM radio 660 doing Pack at the Track race recreations.
That's right.
And that was one of my first introductions to horse racing. Was listening to Harvey Pack doing the race recreations. And then when I left New York and worked 4 years at Monmouth Park and the Meadowlands for the New Jersey Sports and Exposition Authority, Steve Schwartz hired Harvey Pack because at that time the NYRA had, for whatever reason, decided to go in another direction, and Harvey was a free agent, and he started working for us at the Monmouth and the Meadowlands. So I had 2 long episodes of my career with Harvey. He was just a wonderful guy. Really, really enjoyed being around him.
You know, I could tell you Harvey Pack had so many great one-liners, etc., and he cut the path for a lot of what we see now technically with the simulcasting and all that. But he was one of the first guys that did stuff between races, handicapping stuff, and that of course led to Pack at the Track and all that other stuff. But he was a real character, and he never changed his attitude or his look at racing. He was always looking at it as the $2 better.
And also, I would suggest, Ralph, if people are not that familiar with Harvey, is that they should pick up a copy of his book by the Daily Racing Form Press. It's called "May the Horse Be With You."
Yeah,
and it's really a great read. It's a fast read, but you're going to be laughing all the way through it. He's got so many great stories in there.
Oh yeah. Everybody who ever knew or watched Harvey Pack, or certainly had the pleasure of spending time with him personally, always has great stories about it. He was really a great ambassador for the horse player in racing, that's for sure. Well, we get into the final couple of days, really, at the Belmont Park meeting. The Belmont Park will race, of course, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and then it's off to Saratoga. And although Irad Ortiz Jr. seemed to have dominance over this meet there, he's going to serve out a 3-day suspension over the last 3 days. He's got 57 wins through the first 45 days, but guess who's chomping at his heels?
It's got to be his brother.
Brother Jose. He's in second with 55, so Jose has a couple of winners, and he'll tie him 3 winners over a 3-day span, and he'll beat old brother Jose. Jose brother will beat Irad, but I don't think they'll be too mad at each other for that. That's for sure. I would imagine that there's a lot of times when they're racing says, well, the guy who wins the most races buys dinner tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure they've taken turns buying each other a steak dinner.
No kidding. All right, Richie, I know you got your simulcast sheet now. What are you going to do for the rest of the week since Southern California doesn't kick in with Del Mar until a week from tomorrow?
I'm just going to do a simulcast play of the day sheet every day this week.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've got the Thursday sheet ready to go, and I'll do 3 more this week.
Okay, so the simulcast sheets are the ones that will be at the RacedayLasVegas.com website, not only today, but throughout the rest of the weekend. I'm sure you'll be covering those big races at Belmont Park as well. I know that you have 3 racetracks on the Simo sheet today, 2 of which we can play here in Las Vegas, and I know you're going to give us a pick.
Well, I tell you what, actually all 3 tracks should be available: Delaware, Woodbine, and Canterbury.
Okay.
You can bet.
That's right.
You can bet all 3.
That's right. I take that back. I was looking at the sheet from another day. Okay, so we got 4 plays at Woodbine, a couple at Delaware Park, and you got a couple at Canterbury. So you could take your choice wherever you want to go.
What's interesting is the 2 picks that Tommy gave, none of them are in races of my 4 picks at Woodbine. So we cover, between him and me, we're going to cover 6 of the races at Woodbine.
I know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to get in front of that TV set at 10:20 this morning.
My ROI, Ralph, I know you're going to ask me, but I ended up to meet with 3 straight winners and a scratched horse on Monday. So I'm at $1.10 right now.
$1.10 above the Mendoza line. They made money with you, and no harm, no foul with the scratch horse. That's for sure.
That's right. Here, the first horse I'll give you. Let's go to race 3 at Woodbine. It's a non-Tommy race. Let's go with I've got an 8-1 shot, Ralph, that I think is going to be very live. It's the number 6, Bring the Judge. This is an extremely slow field, and she might be just a hair faster than some of these. Made a return off a long layoff last time out. Had an uneven trip. Goes to a different jockey, A. Santos. But at 8-1, I'm willing to give this horse a shot to try to beat a whole bunch of slowpokes. So 25 win place, 2 for the ROI on number 6. Bring the Fudge, race 3 at Woodbine.
All right. In the third race, number 6, Bring the Fudge. Rich Ang's play, 25 win place, the $50 step. And we give him the $2 ROI on the third race at Woodbine, number 6. And you're going to give me another one.
Yes, let's go to Canterbury Park, race number 3. We'll go for a hot trainer angle that just claimed this horse. Number 5, Cernan, 9-2 in the morning line, and the hot trainer is Robertino Diodoro, who's winning at an unbelievable percentage up at the Canterbury. But he just claimed this horse for $20,000 and shows this horse right down our throats. But I think this horse is very live. So let's go 25 win place, 2 for the ROI. Number 5, Cernan, race 3, Canterbury Park.
Seems like Robertino Diodoro is hot wherever he goes, and certainly in the third race at Canterbury he is. And in the third race, number 4, Cernan, is Rich Ang's pick for the race day listeners. Another 25 win place, and of course $2 ROI, 2 to win on the 5 in the third at Canterbury. And don't forget, folks, that's tip of the iceberg. He's got plenty other simulcasts left for both Canterbury, Delaware, and Woodbine. Get it right now at the RacedayLasVegas.com website, and he'll be repeating the Simo sheet over the weekend and tomorrow as well. And we'll talk to you tomorrow, Rich.
Sounds good, Ralph. Thanks, and good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. You know, with all the discussion about Harvey Pack and, you know, all those great stories and everything, and finally we mentioned the Horse Be With You, I wanted to make a small editorial change, if you would accept it, that when I do the sign-off today, instead of saying, have a great race day, everybody, I thought I might end it with, may the horse be with you.
That's you have the permission of Race Day's executive staff to do that.
Okay. I thought I might do that. So
right, yeah, in honor of Harvey Pack.
Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Here, just so we get them both in. Have a great race day, everybody. So we don't want anybody to miss that.
Yeah, he's busting my chops because a lot of times he gets it in just before the computer kicks in. But, okay, so you got that going there.
Yeah. You know, the big thing, I guess, is are we going to have racing on Friday at Belmont today?
And is there a reason for that?
Well, there's a little storm named Elsa heading up.
Well, I know Elsa is by the time it gets up there, though, isn't it? Well, I don't know. It's gaining steam in the Mid-Atlantic right now. You're right.
Yeah, they're predicting 100% chance of rain Thursday night and 1 to 2 inches of rain overnight, and then continuing into Friday. And I don't know what the winds are going to be like. So as it stands right now, and of course I've tried to contact my people at NYRA to let me know if they are going to race or not race as soon as possible.
Right.
And I haven't got a word back yet, but I'm going to go and make the power pages for tomorrow, and as if they are running.
Right.
I will not have any turf racing on.
Well, now the latest on the weather map with all of the all these predictions and all these computer generated paths that they have there. Elsa is spreading heavy rain in parts of southeast, and the tropical storm warnings extended into the northeast. So you're absolutely right there. There might be some goofy stuff happening, that's for sure.
Yeah, so just, keep your eye on it, folks, and don't, I'm always disappointed when NYRA cancels or anything too quickly. I don't like when they take turf races and put them on the dirt.
But this may be an exception because all the computer programming, all the computer models have this thing going right up and through there. Yeah.
Right through.
Yeah. And it's already
really right through Belmont. Belmont's like the
right.
The storm is headed. So
Elmont, New York. Sure. She's already done damage to the Carolina coast, and she spawned some tornadoes. As well, so it's going to get nasty, that's for sure. So we'll wait and see about that.
Here's a strange little fact.
Yes, sir.
In all my years in New York, and I'm sure this isn't perfectly accurate, I've only heard of one tornado ever hitting really Long Island.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hit a tornado with all the buildings.
So one tornado, and it hit my mother-in-law's house.
You notice I'm staying silent on that?
Wait, that's not all.
What?
She also got hit by lightning. Lightning put a hole in her roof about 15 feet in circumference.
Wow. Good thing she wasn't standing under under that part of the roof then, huh?
Well, she sort of was. It just the roof was pretty well made, and it didn't go. She was in the kitchen.
Wow.
So there's nothing, I'm not trying to infer anything or anything.
Right. Well, if you're inferring, you're doing it by yourself because I ain't saying a word. Anyhow, I want to quickly, you'll be doing the power pages for Belmont no matter what over the weekend, right? And then next week, Saratoga starts a week from tomorrow, right?
Right.
And, of course, Del Mar starts a week from tomorrow as well. So during the week, you'll be, getting all of your handicapping materials out and tweaking them, all the latest data for those two unique meets of Del Mar and Saratoga, where the numbers have to be, I guess, massaged some way or another for those meets, right?
Right. I want to say one other thing before the show comes to an end. You gave me a great heads up yesterday when you got on the phone with me and you said, Jerry, you definitely should listen to the archive of yesterday's show.
Yeah, John Leno did a great job of outlining what is going to be a handicapping angle this year with the ship and win and all that stuff there, that's for sure. No doubt about that.
Absolutely right. Typically when I see horses ship in and drop in class a lot, I'm very suspect of them. I always feel they're going to be overbet a little bit, and they're not as reliable as their odds would like them to be. And but in this year, we're going to have to be extremely aware of those because there's such a premium for owners to bring horses in and drop them in class.
You could drop in class, get class relief for your horse, win the race, and make as much money as you would if you lost the horse in the claim.
Right, but then you can even win money after.
I know. It's just like it's almost like a 401k for these guys.
Like an annuity.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So they've set it up to get horses to really come into. There's a real premium for them to come in, and I mean I think it's tough on the local guys, but it's going to be good for us, the bettors. And one more time, I want to say this. In horse racing, so often bettors are totally forgotten in the management or promotion of the game. But in this case, bringing horses into California, building the population, it's got to be a good thing over the long run.
I agree with you 110%, that's for sure, and it's going to be fun to see how this all plays out in Southern California. And we're going to try to make the most of it and pick some winners, that's for sure. Well, you'll be with us tomorrow.
Sure.
Come rain or shine at Belmont Park, and we'll see what happens over the weekend, that's for sure. Go ahead and in tribute to Harvey, go ahead and say it.
May the horse
Those
be with you.
oldies but goodies. Tuesday mornings at 10 on 1400 KSHP North Las Vegas. Online at kshp.com.